back at Crossroads. It's time to take a different direction, going north. Behind Snowtop Keep is a passageway that leads through the mountain and out the other side. It continues on. These are some great mountains. It's hard to imagine how they could be improved on, although soft snow is definitely going to be interesting. Powdered snow, they called it. I guess that's what it's called in real life, too. Well, this minecart track goes north by quite a distance. It was built later, but it too doesn't have any supports for most of the length. And we come to yet another one of many villages, Riverdale. I turned the back of the church here into a little minecart station. Placed all of the paths again with wooden paths and stairs. And we come to Triple Lakes, because there are 3 lakes here. Likewise, I redid the paths here. Otherwise, not much has changed. Continuing on. Again, we've just gone through such huge biomes. This taiga just seems to stretch on forever. I guess it's no surprise that I took over a year to find a place with horses. And here we come to a stop, and you have to travel over the top of the hill to get to the village of Shadowford. This is an interestingly spawned village because of how it sits behind the hills. One thing I always wanted to have in real life was a house built into the side of a mountain. And here I've got one. And an enchanting station. Sort of. Except I don't have an enchanting table. Through what is now a hilly taiga area. Make our turn back to the north. Here is the village of Endwhistle. And here are some more of my early attempts at streetlights. Back to the spruce forest, but now we are in an actual edge of an ocean. And we are in Trident Bay. Again, nothing much special. I didn't even dig up all the path blocks here, which was something I usually did. And here we go. This village is Farmville, ironically, I guess, because it's done all in ultra-modern style. These are all houses that were built using tutorials by Razile. I was just really into his modern style houses, and I think I built everything that he did a tutorial for, and they were right in this area. Look at all the columns in the water. As you might expect, especially with all of this brick, this was done in creative mode. And most of them have interiors. And here I use the same style of building that I did for my Starbucks, but instead this is a station, and it produced minecarts from down below and then sent them on the correct path. But I think that system broke somehow. We got a little footbridge, and heading off of this way we've got the village of Fern Gully. Pretty much as it originally spawned. Continuing on past that. Notice this minecart track has supports. This was one of the newer ones, and I actually tried to make it look like it wasn't going to fall over. We come to a plains area. And another village. This did a little bit more work on. Path blocks made of cobblestone, and I think I was originally planning to move on beyond this, but I didn't. This little blockhouse with covered a mine, or covered an opening anyway. So let's shoot back over to Farmville. Here in Farmville you can see the different minecart tracks coming out at the station. And across this inland sea, which is connected by both a walkway and a minecart track, there's all kinds of stuff, because this became my base for the last year that I was playing on here with any great regularity, and that was back when it was still version 1.2 of Minecraft. And this is the Oracle, like the Oracle of Delphi, where the priestess would stand above the open pit. And here is a sub-ocean location. I don't know what I was really planning to do with this, other than I just wanted something below the sea. You got a little opening here where you can look out. This area over here became my base for some time, and was partially built, played as survival mode, and partially built in creative mode. We have some farms. This was a house built from Rian's tutorial, which is why it looks exactly like the house that's in Hermitcraft that was split between BOO and Doc. This was my first ever mob spawner. This was my first attempt at a water wheel. Got all the animals in the farms. This red spot down here is a target for a machine gun, which is out of arrows. And this was my house. I was pretty proud of this house. I designed it myself. It's got lots of walkways. There we go. This one's got arrows in it. Let's take a quick look in the... What is that villager doing up there? In the mansion, because although Grian did a tutorial for the outside, I did the interior myself. It's got a lot of rooms in it. The fireplace works and has multiple fireplaces in the same chimney. And there were an entire village of villagers in here, and I think I can hear them moving around somewhere. Oh, there's one. They were all clustered up in one area up there, and I've forgotten how to get up there. Must be this way. Nope. Anyway, so my house was built after that, and I took a lot of the design cues from that, but it was my own design. I built a barn. First one that I'm actually proud of building. And a chicken farm that fired out extra eggs. This was the visitor's cottage. Got a couple of statues here. This is the minecart station for this area. You can see this area is all landscaped. I built my first cherry blossom tree. I built my first dinosaur, which I'm really proud of. I don't think I've ever built one that's been as good since then. This also was a Grian tutorial, and I utilized plans for this when I built on the greenhouse, although this is much more elaborate. There is no interior on this one, and there's no interior on this castle back here, which is also a Grian design. I marked out these areas for building more houses. There's a little Japanese house with my own design. Pick statue. I like this bridge, which leads all the way down into the mountain and comes out down below here. And this is built from a tutorial, and I've forgotten whose it was, but hopefully I've got their name on the screen right now. And here we have this landscaped area, which I spent a lot of time on, and my nether portal and the eagle. which I enjoyed building. Here's a Five Guys hamburger restaurant. We have a little boat dock here. We have a ship. And we have our minecart track with our statue holding it up. A big W. And this building here is the warehouse for the area. Simple design, still not very space efficient. But it had a place for just about everything I needed at the time, and as I needed more, I expanded it down in the basement. So since this was my new capital, I named it Atlas Capitolarium. And I worked in this area for probably close to a year.